Hi and welcome back to my channel. I am Caspian and I read a lot of books, mainly library books. And today I'm here to talk about my two most recent reads. And these are the books. So we're gonna start with this one. This is Heartless Hunter by Kristen Ciccarelli. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is the first book in the Crimson Moth duology. So in this book we follow Rune or Rooney, I don't know how you pronounce that in English, and she's a witch, and then there is the witch hunter Gideon, and this is, I would say, this is really a romantasy, and so in this book Rooney is not only a witch herself, but she's also the Crimson Moth, and we get to know that like early in the beginning. It's part of the storyline that she is the Crimson Moth, and she spends her nights trying to save other people like her. So in the city that they all reside, it's illegal to be a witch, and witches are imprisoned and they are then unalived. And you can spot a witch by her silvery scars, because in this book the magic is mainly blood magic, or all magic demands blood. There are different levels of magic, but they all in some way require blood, at least your own blood. So you can usually spot a witch by her scars, because no one can do magic without cutting themselves and using their blood. So Gideon is like the head witch hunter, and he suspects Rune to be a witch, and Rune is also the best friend of his brother. And Rune understands that she is a main suspect, but she wants to find a way to kind of make them lose her trail or not suspect her anymore. And in this book she does whatever she can to make Gideon see that she isn't a witch. So it's a really interesting, and I really enjoyed it. So the main plot line is a witch and a witch hunter trying to deceive each other and finding the truth. And on the other hand, so Gideon is trying to find the truth and Rune is trying to hide the truth. And along the way they catch feelings for each other. So yeah. And I just loved this one. Sincerely, this is a 5-star for me, and I'm so happy about it. I had heard mixed things about it. A lot of people that had like high expectations and were disappointed, and some of my favorite booktubers didn't really enjoy it at all. So I did go into it expecting like a 3, maybe 4-star read, but I'm so glad. I just flew through this in like a couple of days. It did help that it's the font is kind of big, and yeah, but I really enjoyed this one, so I'm looking forward to the next one. I'm gonna look up what that is called, and I'm gonna, yeah. So I have no notes. I think the best part of this was the balance between fantasy and romance. Because someone once said in a video, I don't remember which booktuber this was, that some romantasy books are heavy on the romance and some are heavy on the fantasy. And if a book can't really stand on their own without the romance, or vice versa, I don't remember the point of it, but it stuck with me. And I think what I enjoy about this book is that the romance is there, but the plot can stand on its own, and the world can stand on its own. So they just happen to catch feelings for each other, but they don't necessarily have to for the book to make sense. So I enjoy that. The next book I also enjoyed. So this is the second book in the Letters of Enchantment duology by Rebecca Ross, and this is called Ruthless, Vows. The first book was Divine Rivals, and I gave Divine Rivals a high rating of a 4.5 stars. Really enjoyed that one, flew through that one as well. And this duology has, this duology has Letters of Enchantment, so this is also a fantasy world, but it's more like our own, and it's historical fantasy, I would say, or historical fiction / fantasy. So in this world there are no cell phones, there are no TVs, there are only radios, and there are some telephones, but there are, landlines. And it's an ongoing war between two divines, Dacre and Enva, and their different forces. And mainly Dacre is trying to take over the world. So in the first book we learned that there had been some sleeping divines, so goddesses and gods that had been sleeping, and now they had been awakened, and the war had started because they wanted to take over, etc. So in this book we go deeper into the lore of it, and I really enjoyed getting to know more about that. I had heard people giving this like a 2-star after giving Divine Rivals a high rating, so I went into this one not expecting much. I didn't know what to expect, but I expected it to maybe be lesser in some way. For me it wasn't. I will give this just as high rating as Divine Rivals. It's more, the first book was more focused on the romance of it, because this is also romantasy, and this book is more focused on the war and everything that happens within that. It's more of a war story, I would say, and it's not really my thing usually to read about war, but this was like a war between divines and everything that happens. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I think maybe people that didn't like it expected it to be more heavy on the romance or something like that, because I really enjoyed the world building in this one. We got to know more about the world building as well, more about the war, more about the world building, more about the divines, and how they actually came to be asleep, why they were asleep, and why they are waking up. And we follow the two main characters still, which are let's see, I just remember the last name of the male main character, Kit, Roman Kit, and then we have Iris Winnow. So we follow those, and we also follow their friends, and they are they are fighting this war in their own way, and they are trying to end the war. So I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I did enjoy this one very much. I was pleasantly surprised. I was in a bit of a time crunch, so I really crunched through this book, and I would have liked maybe to have more time with it. I think I might reread these at some point. So it was intense, and not in a bad way. I think because I went into this expecting less, maybe I found more. So I really enjoyed it, and per usual, I really enjoyed the letters. So the enchantment in this that gives the series, the duology, its name, is that they are using enchanted typewriters to write to each other. So they type on the typewriter, put the letter in a wardrobe, like they open the door, put the letter there, and then it vanishes. And the other person with a similar typewriter receives the letter and then can write back in the same way. There always has to be a wardrobe in the vicinity for this to happen. If they are out of the way, if they are like on traveling or something, as soon as they get to a room with a wardrobe, the letter starts to pile. So that's, and I really enjoy that. I really enjoy letter writing and diary entries and that sort of things in books. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one, and I gave it a 4-star, but I think I want to give it maybe as high as 4.5. I think I just finished this yesterday, and I want to sit with it for a while, sleep on it, and see how I feel about this duology as a whole and the two different books. So I'm happy with my reading for this week, I can say, with these two. Very, very happy. So let me know if you have read any of these books, what you thought of them, what you thought about the different duologies, Crimson Moth and Letters of Enchantment, or just give me like a letter emoji in the comment section if you like, if you've come this far, and if you like my content, if you like this video, like it. If you want more of these little reading updates between my monthly wrap-ups, subscribe and tell me, maybe. And if you want to know more, because I find it hard to have a balance between sharing my opinion and not giving away the storyline. I think it's harder when it's a second book in a duology or a series. So let me know if you have some tips or pointers of that, or what you want to hear about books. So that's kind of what I try to think about. What would I like someone to tell me about this book? But yeah, it's hard sometimes to know where to draw the line. So I hope you enjoy your reading. I hope I do as well, and I will see you in my next video. And have a lovely, lovely day. Tjingeling.